let's have a muck around with these creamy sauce version of the breadcrumb dumplings. So I'm going to put some mushrooms in with this. So we're going to do a creamy mushroom sauce. Don't need to chop up the onions, we can just break them up. And what I've done as well, so I'm making the creamy sauce on the back of the stove. It's just out of camera. Oops, it's gone on the floor. Found it. Floor's clean. The cooker is not. So we can just break these up in the pan. We don't need to chop them, slice them, put them in a food processor. We can just break them up to a little bit small, and then we'll cook them. We'll see about getting a bit of colour on them, but I'm not that bothered. It's going to be a nice and mushroomy sauce. And then the stalks from these mushrooms, they're a bit woody, but what I've done is I've put them in the milk on the back of the stove, and I'm going to puree those into the sauce. So we'll have mushrooms in the sauce and mushrooms pureed into the sauce, so some extra flavour, so I'm not going to waste them. So I think we'll have to take these out afterwards. Right, so let's have a tap around with this white sauce. Right, so stick blender out, and I need a bit of thickening agent, don't I? So, shake the mushrooms. I'm not bothered if they overcook. Right, that out of there. Hopefully this will work. Never done this before, but we'll see. Cable's long enough. I want to put half a stock cube in here as well. It's going to fall over, isn't it? Everything wants to fall over always. Put that plate out of the way, let's have a look. Spoon, I use some fat. That's alright, that's mostly been pureed into there. How's it taste? Alright, I thought. Right, so thickening agent, which is just a bit of roux. About that much. A little bit of whisking. Might need to heat it again just to get it thickening a bit more. So just little bits of dust in there. I don't want it too thick, but don't want it too thin. Like that. Use the blender. Maybe a little bit more, although it will cook down in the pan, so I think that's about all we want to do for that. Blend that in. Yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to cook the flour and the lard to make a roux. So it takes about 10 or 15 minutes, but if you do, I just make a mess of everything. But it's just an easy, cheap way of thickening things. How's it taste? Nice. Right. Yeah, we might as well leave those cooking in the pan. Right, cloth, get rid of that bit of sauce. Now, how are we going to make these? So, a bit of Lebnah in there, and then I kind of thought we worked last night, so we've got some bit of leftover feta as well. So we'll put some feta in as well, and then that'll be the cheesy element. So, I'm always looking for ways to use up feta. And it's one of the, well, it's not feta, it's Greek style cheese, but it's about the cheapest cheese you can buy. So I kind of think if we can use the cheapest things like that, it just makes the budget just stretch that a little bit further. So smash those up like that. No, well, I'll keep smashing up and pause so you don't need to see it, do you? Right, so paired it up. Added 3. Oh, a bit of shell now. Good job I spotted that. A bit extra crunchy. So whisk the eggs and then mix into that mixture, and then we'll gently fold in some doesn't really want to mix in that well. It'll be fine. Quite nice with lumps of feta and Lebnah, sorry, Greek style cheese. Right, certainly wants to be seasoned of the Lebnah and the Greek style cheese. Greek style salad cheese was a little bit salty, but salt, pepper as always. Mixy, and then these are the breadcrumbs and a little bit left of cheese from the other version. So I have done some more breadcrumbs. I probably don't need them. So well, I might. Let's use another egg and put some more more breadcrumbs in, because I'm feeling a bit hungry actually. It's been a busy day. So. And it'd be a shame to waste these breadcrumbs. So that and that. Wash hands again. And then a few more breadcrumbs. And just a few more. It's slightly drier today, so need to use less of them. Not about right, isn't it? Right. Wash hands again. Move these mushrooms into the back. And then a bit more fat. Make a mess of another spoon. We're recording, aren't we? Yes, we're recording. Good, good. So, bit of chicken fat, because that's what we've got in the cupboard. And then, is there anything else I need to put in? No. Well, there wasn't. It was herbs, wasn't it? That's what we didn't put in last time. That's what it right. So then, gingerly drop these in and get a nice crust on them, and then same as before, finish off with the sauce. A bit too close together. Or we could have done with a bigger pan. It will be fine. Probably should have taken those mushrooms out. Probably shouldn't have put that extra egg in. It'll be right. It'll be right. Yeah, just squeeze there. Right, so fry those get a bit of colour on them, flip them over, and we shall return. Right, so just starting to turn these over. They spread out a little bit. That's alright. Some have coloured better than others, but oh yeah, don't use a fork in the non-stick pan. Unless you know what you're doing. There we go, that's better colour. So, turn the rest of these over, carrying on the cooking process. All we really have to do is just heat the egg through. You don't need to cook them as such. Right, so they will be cooked. How are we going to do this? I know, let's make some more washing up. So, flick these into the sauce. 10 minutes, that's fine. So, flick these into the sauce. I'm not going to get rid of the fat out of that pan. Mix that into the sauce. Could have put in more actually, not to worry. Move those slightly back. I've got a nice crust under those. Even those ones that weren't so good on the first side. And then got the sauce in and around. Give it a bit of a shake. That's not one. I was going to say it's almost a one pan dish. No, it's not. We use 2 pans. So, plenty of sauce. Bring it back up to temperature. And then we'll give it a taste. Right, let's get one out onto a plate. I think these are going to be lovely. Really should try without sauce, shouldn't we? I know, I'll get a new fork and make some more washing up. Yeah, so you really don't need to, you really need to be careful when you mix them, otherwise they're just going to go hard. That's good as that. I think Lebnah or turn that off. Greek style cheese, Greek style salad cheese, very nice, and certainly a lot cheaper than, or even a bit of yogurt. A bit of thick yogurt would work, so you don't have to use like some hard cheese. That's really nice, isn't it? Relatively easy. I'm going to call it a success.